Hey guys, this is MORGBORG here with 13 phones that I got from the recycling center for only $7. So I have them ranked from least to worst, or not least to worst, I should say worst to best. I keep moving this one. Yeah, so this one over here is the worst, and over here we get to the best phones. So let's get started. So the worst is this LG Lotus. This does not work. I plugged it in and it just showed the LG Lotus screen, but it did nothing else. And it's not in that great of shape either. There's a tape that had a phone number on it. I had to peel that off, and now it just left some residue. Next is this Sanyo SCP-3810. I can show you. I turned it on, and that's all it does. It does not get past the Sanyo screen. I have no clue what's wrong with it, but yeah, it kind of sucks because I wish this worked, because I've wanted more Sanyo phones in my collection. Oh well, maybe another time. Next is this Blackberry Bold 9700. I plugged this in and it's got corrupt software. So I get an error every time I try to boot into it, and I don't know how to fix that. Next is this Motorola Droid X. It had a battery in it, but it was bulged, so I had to remove it. But with the battery from my Droid X2, I was able to test it, and it's in a boot loop. It's soft bricked, so I can't fix that. Next is this Blackberry Bold 9000. This one, it did work, but I don't know, I just haven't been able to get it working again. Yeah, but I have been able to get this to work. It's kind of weird. Next is this iPhone SE, and I plugged it in and it does nothing on the charger at all. I left it plugged in for like over half an hour and it did absolutely nothing. And I checked the IMEI and it's tied to an iCloud. Now here's the first working phone in this set. This is the LG LX160. This works totally fine. And this actually came with a charger, and I was able to test a couple other phones with it, which you'll see in the community tab. So remember to check the community tab every so often, because that's where I will be posting phone updates from now on. Yeah, so anyways, this works totally fine. Pretty basic phone from its time. Next is another working phone. This is the Samsung Messenger Touch. This works totally fine as well. Yeah, it's kind of a cheap smartphone type deal. Java phone, I believe these are called. So it's like a partially smart, but it doesn't run a full smartphone operating system. Next is the Motorola Razr 2. This one works totally fine. This is actually one of my new favorite dumb phones in my collection, because it is in nearly mint condition. Yeah, I really like this phone. Yeah, I had to, it didn't come with a SIM card, so I had to take one of my old AT&T SIM cards, because I have the SIM cards I get from my phones, I put into a container just in case I need them for stuff like this. And after 3 years it finally came in handy. Next is the Sony Ericsson Z750. This one works as well. This is my third Sony Ericsson phone in my collection, the second one that actually works. Not such a fan of the color of this phone though. Yeah, so this one works totally fine. Yeah, all of these I've reset. And then next is this iPhone 5C. Now it's in the exact same condition as the SE, but you may be asking yourself, but why is this one so high up in the ranks versus the SE? Well, this one, I checked the IMEI and it is not tied to an iCloud account. So if I happen to attempt to fix this, I'd be able to get it fully working. Next is the Samsung Galaxy S3. I believe this is my fourth Samsung Galaxy S3 in my collection, and the third one that works. Yeah, this one works. It's on Sprint, but it is really slow. It's on Android 4.4.2. which I may be able to show you. Yeah, 4.4.2. And then the best find is this iPhone 4 16GB. And as you can see, it's on iOS 6, which is very rare. But if I go into the settings, you'll be able to see that's on 6.0.1, so that is a really rare version of iOS to see nowadays. Yeah, it did have Find My iPhone on, but I was able to just remove it because of course it's iOS 6. So yeah, that is my recycling center haul, and yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, peace.